1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
Let's move on to the other controversy on the show today, which is about how the health minister has been moving one step forward, two steps back on the whole business of putting dangerous, gory pictorial warnings to try and stop smoking. If you didn't follow that story through this week, remember about 4 days back, he himself made a statement saying he wants ads like these on Indian cigarette manufactured packets as well. And then a day later, when we followed up, he accused our channel of sensationalizing things and not being interested in real issues. Well, the issue was raised by him. The word going around is that the tobacco lobby put pressure on the health minister to try and soften his line, and that's been proven today because the group of ministers that is looking at the issue now wants to take a relook at the whole business of warnings. We do not know what's going on, but will Gory Pictures put up smokers or not? With us in the Mumbai studios is Alec Padamsee. He's an ad guru, he's a theatre man, but on the show tonight he's a reformed smoker, which is a dangerous thing indeed.
Indeed.
Very, very dangerous.
Anything is dangerous, yes, I agree.
Right.
I gave up smoking what is it, 25 years ago, a quarter century. You know what the doctor said to me? He said, you're getting this sore throat all the time. So you've got a choice. You can choose your voice or you can choose cigarettes. Guess what decision I made? Very simple. And I entirely agree that smokers should be warned most forcefully, and I think having horror pictures, or you might say cancer victim pictures on cigarettes
will work.
Is a motivational idea which needs to be tried out. I really believe that this kind of thing will impact the emotional retina. See, when you have words, the emotional retina through the eye, you suddenly get hit in the heart. The eye hits the heart. That is impacting the emotional retina, and I really think that it's high time, because I mean there's no doubt about the links between cancer, particularly throat cancer, and cigarette smoking. And I really would say to everyone watching this program, beware. I'm very happy I gave it up a quarter century ago.
Okay, let's see if our other guest agrees with that, the fact that pictorial warnings can really work. We also have Bijon Mishra, Chairman of the Consumer Coordination Commission, with us. Mr. Mishra, thanks very much for joining us. Do you agree with what Alec just said, that pictorial warnings can indeed work and they should be there? There will be a deterrent?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's no longer trying out. I mean, World Bank has done several studies. WHO has done several studies which has revealed that, you know, these pictorial warnings have brought down consumption by almost 20%. So it works, and it's no longer a kind of a trial and error. It's a mode which we all need to take in countries, especially in developing countries like India, where more than 2,500 people are dying every day due to tobacco related diseases. It's a serious concern.
Mr. Mishra,
and I fail to understand how this message is not going into the wisdom of the parliamentarians.
Why isn't it going? Can you be a little frank about it, Mr. Mishra?
Well, we all heard the health minister coming out very candidly. There is a strong lobby. I mean, there is a group of ministers getting into this whole business. I don't think you need a group of ministers who sit to decide this. There's enough evidence. And I also fail to understand why the group of ministers will take so many months to look at all these issues. I mean, it is definitely a vested interest. It is definitely a strong industry lobby which is not allowing it to happen. And the tobacco industry knows very well that tobacco is harmful, and people would give it up as soon as they are told in a language which they understand. And they don't want it to happen in countries like India,
Alec,
because that's a lot of profit.
Alec,
there's a huge profit in this business.
Mr. Mishra, I entirely agree with you, and I'd like to add to your point. Pictures speak louder than words. We know Confucius said that. But believe you me, in a country where illiteracy is so high, having warning in words is not good enough. Really. I mean, if you're in the communications business, which I've been for the last umpteen years, we know that pictures really impact you.
Yes.
And particularly when you're illiterate enough, then it means that you see this and you see it on a cigarette. In fact, can I go one step further and tell the government, tell Mr. Ramadas, why don't we start insisting that on every cigarette packet that you open, there should be a chip, you know, a microchip embedded which says, beware, you're playing with your life.
Okay.
Beware.
Okay, but it's all right to say that. I must say,
Creative
I must
solutions
say
coming
that
in from
I
Alex.
must say, if they ever want a voice, they should take your voice. When you but let me tell you, you heard what the left party said this week. They said it's all right for Mr. Mishra and Mr. Alik Padamsee to sit in TV studios and say, let's put out warnings. The fact is, there is a BD industry. It employs hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Their families, their livelihood is dependent on it, and you cannot today put these same kind of pictures on BD packs either, because it's going to impact people, livelihoods, industry, lots of people. So health is one issue.
Excuse me, there's a huge industry in this country which is doing abortions, illegal abortions. So we say, you can't ban them from illegal abortions. After all, their families will starve. No, it's the same thing, Arnav. You have to put your foot down where people's lives are in danger. It doesn't mean that you must support those people who are earning a living for putting other people's lives in danger. As he rightly said, 2,500 people per day are dying. And when a few people die in a riot, of course,
livelihood is the
2,500 per day is an astonishing.
What I wanted to tell also is that livelihood is
right, Mr. Mishra, go ahead.
Is an issue which is just trying to deviate attention of the people.
Okay.
You see, the number of people or the damage which is being caused to the health is much higher than the livelihood issue, and there are again studies which is revealing it. The kind of amount of health cost which is a burden on the country today is much higher than in terms of livelihood of some few lakhs of people who are engaged in the BD business, and they can always migrate into much better economic gainful activity. They don't need to be in the BD business. We do agree that 47% of our consumers in India are BD addicts, but the point is that we need to make sure that the BD addicts reduce in our country, and the people who are dependent on this business, they need to reduce, and they need to migrate. And there has been again experiments done to show
I get
that several farmers who have migrated from tobacco farming to other kind of livelihoods have gained economically. So you see, there are several examples on this. I think the industry is just trying to play up. They need to be told in very clear words that they need to stay away from such business, and they should not interfere in health-related policies in our country. We feel that enough is enough, because health is paramount. You see, and people cannot afford to play with.
I get your point, Mr. Mishra. Quick word.
I believe that, like in Singapore,
that is also shown that
smoking should be banned in all public places, including on the streets.
Do we want to fight against the rich BD lobbies which are trying to become richer by selling this product to the poor?
Okay. So he's saying smoking. Mr. Padamsee just said smoking should also be banned in public places.
As in Singapore. Furthermore, I'll go one step further. I think the Commerce Minister and the Finance Minister and the Prime Minister should be looking about India as the first country that bans the manufacture of cigarettes. Bans the manufacture, or double the price. If those who want to smoke and die, double the price. Make death expensive.
Even if they are BD smokers.
Even if they are BD, I talk about
Absolutely. Let's look at.
Okay, this time I must say,
let's look at Bhutan, our neighboring country. It's such a small country which has taken such a strong decision. They don't allow any tobacco sale in their country.
Okay, Mr. Mishra,
we have to look at countries which have shown again.
Mr. Mishra, you've had very strong words,
in terms of taxation.
I get your point, Mr. Mishra. The thing is, I must make an observation. Never before on News Hour have I had two people so vociferously agreeing on the same subject. Thank you very much, Alik Padamsee and Mr. Mishra.
One more thing, family planning and cigarette smoking go together. Because anyone who smokes smells like hell, and therefore the population of India will decrease.
That is Alik Padamsee line. Thank you very much. Never seen two people agreeing so much with each other. That's all we have on News Hour tonight. From all of us here, Mr. Alik Padamsee as well, and the entire News Hour team, thanks for joining us. on News Hour This Week. See you again tomorrow. Monday, same time. Goodbye.